Hello, this is Harry Paden. I am the host of Paden's Pulpit. This is Season 2, Episode 21. Season 2, Episode 21. Today's subject, Racism is a Mental Defect, Part 2. Racism is a mental defect, part 2. Today's episode is a part 2. Last season I did an episode called Racism is a Mental Defect. And back then we were talking about a busload of Delaware State University students had gotten stopped. That young crackpot who shot up people in the supermarket, and other issues like that, dealing with some of our dear white brothers and sisters who have a mental defect. The mental defect stems from they don't like us. They don't like this. That's a mental defect. I do not wake up in the morning and run across a white person and say, "Oh, I hate him." Now, that's really strange because of the history of how they've treated not only my people, people of color, black people, people from the African diaspora, but also Native Americans, Japanese Americans, Jews, Chinese. During the war, they took all the Japanese Americans and put them in camps, much the same as the Germans did to the Jews when they had their horrific terrorization. The Chinese, they had a Chinese Exclusion Act. The Native Americans, we know they stole this land from the Native Americans. This all is traced to one race, the Caucasian race, or the simpler term, the white race. Now let me first say that I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of great white friends, lifelong friends, people who have helped me on my journey happen to be white. So this has nothing to do with people such as those. This has to do with the loose-minded person that think because my skin is this color, I am some kind of way, we are some kind of way inferior. History doesn't play that out. That shows your ignorance. If you knew your history, you know that the white race has been thieves. They've stolen so much. They stole from the Egyptians. They stole from the Moors. They stole ideas, and they brought them and said, "This is my idea." Come on, y'all. The history has been revealed. That's why now in schools, they're taking hundreds and thousands of books out of schools because they don't want the truth being revealed. In this age of social media, you may take it out of the schools, but you can't take it out of people like me who spread this every day, who spread the correct information. I call myself a historian, but a revisionist historian. I am revising that history, that flawed history that we were taught in school. So, to my good white people, and I'm not being sarcastic, to my good white people, get your people in check. Don't be around and be quiet. If you're quiet, that kind of implies that you go along with the madness. Don't let that madness continue. We have too great a country to continue to try to hide behind justice for all. I traveled to the Soviet Union, they asked the question. I traveled to China, they asked the question. Why do the white people mistreat your people so badly? And then come over here and tell us how we treat our people. And you know, there's no answer for that. The world is not fooled. If you hate a person simply because of their color, you have a mental defect. You should go see a mental professional to find out why. Is it something that you're lacking? You don't have a job now because a black person has their job? It's not set aside. That's because now that we're not under your thumb, we're able to go to college. We're able to go into certain other professions that don't even require college. And we're hungry to do the right thing and earn for our family and our children and our grandchildren. See, I'm proud to say, I'm a college-educated man. I went to one of the best universities in the United States, American University. People who come out of American University, it's a law school. Well, not really a law school, but a lot of lawyers come out of there. Are lawyers, doctors, judges. That's one of the best schools in America. I struggled there because the education I received in my urban school couldn't compare to the education they received in their suburban schools. I struggled, but you know what? In spite of that struggle, I made it. I had a career. I'm retired. I raised a family. I raised one biological child and 5 adopted children. This person, a black person, and I'm not alone. I'm not putting me up like as if I'm the only one to do it. There are people out there of color, and of color means all colors. Black, Hispanic, Native American, Mexican, East Indian, all colors out there doing the same thing. White people do not have a exclusive right to this country. Sometimes they'll wave a flag and get up. God bless America! God bless America! I say the same thing. God bless America. I too am American. My roots are from Africa, like your roots may be from Israel, Ireland, Germany. I know my roots. I've had them traced. Let's stop the madness. All of us who are good people, this is a great country. This is a great country. Let's take it back from the mad persons who are defective. Yes, this is a flag. I have a flag in every room in my house. That's a lot of flags. I have a flag in my car. I love this country. I don't love the racist mental defects, but in spite of them, people such as myself, born in Harlem, raised in Newark, statistically I'm supposed to be in jail or dead, but you're wrong. I've lived a great life. My children are now living a great life. For that fact, their children, my grandchildren, are living a great life. My grandchildren are living a great life, and their children are living a great life. My great-great-grandchildren. To God be the glory. Racism is a mental defect. How can you hate a person simply because of their race? Come on. We're better than that. Lord have mercy. We are better than that. Racism is a mental defect. You hate someone simply because of their color or ethnicity or their country of origin. There's something wrong with you. To God be the glory.